Is anybody else amazed that it's already Valentine's Day here coming up? It's insane how fast this year is going. I can't believe it. And before we know it, it's going to be Christmas time again. I know not a lot of people like to talk about Christmas, especially in February, but it will be anytime soon now. Hey guys, today I did my Valentine's Day look. I love this look. It's a play off of the Halo Smoky Eye I did the other day. I incorporated a pink foiled shadow instead, and all of the shadows I used are from the Morphe 350 palette. This is a oldie but a goodie. Everybody loves this palette, and for good reason. And I'm really loving how this turned out. Sorry, my eyes are a little bit red. Whenever I do stuff on my lower lash line, it always turns out red no matter what. They get watery for a little while at least. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day. May you get lots of candy and lots of flowers and lots of Valentines. Alright you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, starting out, I'm going to be taking my Camera Close-Up In Transit Primer. And you guys know this has been a primer I've been using for a little while now, and it's definitely become one of my favorites, especially for the winter time. My skin is a little more on the dry side, and so this really does help moisturize and kind of make a flawless even base for foundation. For foundation, I'm using the Sephora Tint Infusion Foundation. This stuff I have loved for years. Like I've said before, it is just a great overall foundation. It's not too heavy, it's not too sheer, it's got good coverage to it, and it's not really a matte finish. It's a kind of a natural finish. It doesn't leave my skin looking overly oily or greasy, but it's definitely not dull. It leaves it kind of a healthy glow and healthy sheen to your skin. I am going to follow this with the Born This Way concealer, and I am going to go in like a mad woman. I have not been getting enough sleep lately. With wedding planning and working full-time at the hospital, it wears on you a little bit. And so I'm going to conceal a lot, but when I go in with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, this will kind of help absorb a little bit of that product so it doesn't end up being cakey underneath the eyes, and it'll just help blend everything together and blend it in so that your concealer doesn't crease up or settle into fine lines. Look at the difference. And I will just blend this out on the other eye as well. I love this concealer, especially for looks like this. You kind of want a little bit more of a glowy look and not just a straight, boom, full coverage matte concealer underneath the eyes. It definitely is not the look I'm going for today. And so this concealer was perfect. Next, I'm going in with my e.l.f. translucent powder. This is not a step I do every single day. This step I usually do when I want a perfectly flawless under eye, because this powder definitely can dry my under eyes out, which is never fun. But for an occasion like Valentine's Day, you really want to bust out all of the moves to make sure that your foundation, primer, concealer, all of that wears beautifully throughout the day, because there might be pictures being taken or, whatever the occasion is. So I'm going to take that powder on my beauty sponge and I'm going to press it into the skin underneath my eyes, on my eyebrow or on my eyelids, and just around the face where I usually get oily. Now I'm going to go in with this transition color from the 350 Morphe palette. This palette is very, very loved by me. This color specifically is very loved for me. This is just the perfect all-over color for me. It's not too light, but it's also not too dark for my skin tone. It just works perfectly in that transition area in the crease, which is exactly where I am placing it. This is going to be kind of the base for all of the other shadows that we go in with, and so I really want to spend the time to blend it. Make sure that it's blended out really smoothly so that the other shadows lay pretty nicely down and they don't pull or tug or stick to any places on my eyelids. Next, I'm going in with a more reddish toned brown, and I'm going to start with creating the halo effect that I have been loving lately. So I'm going to start packing this on the outer corner, and I'm going to bring this all the way to the inner corner. I want this just as pigmented on the outer corner as it is on the inner corner. got a little gunk in my eye. Sorry about that. And so I'm just going to continue to go back and forth between those two brushes. The first one where we laid the first color down and the second one, and just continue to blend it until it looks smooth and blended and up to the standards that I want it to be at. And everybody is different. You don't have to use this color. You can use, a warm tone brown if you would like, but I just like the reddish brown reddish color that it brought to the look. And then I'm going to go one shade darker and just do the exact same steps as I did with that second color and the first color pretty much. And just build this color up on the outer corner and the inner corner. Like I said, I want this just as pigmented on the outer corner as it is on the inner corner. That'll really help bring out your eyes, especially for brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes. Every color eye looks great doing the halo eye. I'm not kidding. If you don't think that your eye color would look good with this, do the halo and you'll just see how much it emphasizes and brings out the natural colors in your eyes. I was not a believer until I did this. Now I'm going to go in with a much, much darker brown because I didn't feel like the other colors were really giving me the intensity that I wanted. And I really wanted this to be a lot more darker than it actually was turning out to be. So I'm placing this on the outer corner and the inner corner on both eyes with just an itty bitty little brush. And then I will go back in with that first blending brush and just make sure everything is blended out together. And so that it all just kind of fades into one little ombre effect shadow. And so that there's no harsh lines. But if you get it on your eyelid where we're going to place the shimmer color, don't worry about it. It's going to be covered up. So just make sure the outer layers are blended together. Now I could not go through the rest of this video looking at my eyebrows and how crazy they were. So I'm taking the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 5 and just brushing this through my brows. This I feel like is all my brows really need because I have pretty thick brows. And there's not really any sparse areas or anything like that. So I feel like this is the perfect thing for me. And now we are going in with this beautiful pinky foiled eyeshadow. And I'm going to place this right on the center of the lid. This color is amazing. It reflects just the right amount of pink without looking too, vanilla or hot pink. It's just the perfect color for this look, and that's why I chose to do this. So I'm going to take this on a flat brush and I'm going to put this right in that center spot on the eyelid where it's all bare, and then I'm going to take that other blending brush that we used at the beginning just to blend out the edges of this so that it's not like boom, foiled eyeshadow and the rest is all nice and blended. We don't want any harsh lines with this color. Now I'm going in and curling my eyelashes. This is my Sephora eyelash curler. There's my dog. Give my lashes a couple squeeze of this. I'm not going in with false lashes. You can if you want to. But this is just what I'm comfortable with, is doing mascara with the curling eyelash curler and not falsies, because I'm awful at false lashes. It's just embarrassing. Now I'm going in with the L'Oreal lacquer liner, and this is in the shade Espresso. I felt like black would have been a little bit too harsh for my eyes, and especially for this look, I wanted something just a little bit softer since it is for Valentine's Day. And so I'm doing just a teeny little baby wing, and it is very hard to get a good angle of yourself doing eyeliner in the camera. But I tried my best, you guys. I did. I really tried. So I start out by making a little wing, and then I kind of drag the color all the way to the inner corner, and then I go back and fix whatever needs to be fixed. If I missed, if the eyeliner skipped a little bit, and whatever. Now, of course, I can't help it. I'm going in with the Essence Volume Stylist mascara. This is one of the best mascaras for my lashes, at least. It just makes them so long and fluffy, but coated at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just perfect. I choose between this and L'Oreal Lash Paradise. These two have quickly become my two all-time favorite mascaras, and I blame Tati Westbrook for this because I bought them because of a video that she made, and I have fallen in love with them. So just a couple coats of mascara on my top lashes, and then I'm going to take that brown again, and I'm going to start dragging this on a teeny little pencil brush on my lower lash line and blend that out just to smoke out the lower lash line just a little bit, but I didn't want anything overly done because I did want this to kind of be a soft smoky eye. And so I'm just dragging this along. I'm not going all the way to the inner corner. I'm doing about 3/4 of the way because I'm taking that shimmery pink again, and I'm going to take that same pencil brush and I'm going to run the shimmery pink on the inner quarter of my lower lash line. I wanted to have a little bit of fun and bring that shimmery pink to the lower lash line. So this is what I did. And I think it turned out so cool and so pretty. It really brings a lot of light to the inner corner of your eyes. And now I'm just going to give my lower lashes a couple coats of mascara because you can't neglect your lower lashes. No matter how little or how long, no matter what your lower lashes look like, you always want to coat them just so it makes it even. And then I'm going to take the bronzer from the Smashbox Contour Kit, of course, with a big fluffy powder brush, and I'm just going to warm up the perimeter of the face. So I'm doing the 3E move again. I think you guys are probably going to get very tired of me doing this. I promise I have more makeup on the way. I'll be using new makeup coming up here. But this is just what I had in front of me, so I used it. And so I'm just making sure around the temples, on the cheekbones, around the jawline, that's all blended and bronzed up. Last but not least, I am taking my Revlon, I can't think of the name of this. I'll link it in the description bar below. But this is just a tinted lip balm, and I think just a light wash of color is perfect to tie this look together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later.